Hey folks, how you doing? Dave McRae here. Okay, in this video, I just want to quickly talk about that Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer. Have you guys seen it? Yeah, you probably have by now because I'm a little late to the party. It dropped a couple of days ago. But anyway, yeah, comment below and let me know your thoughts if you have seen it. So what are my thoughts on the Godzilla King of the Monsters trailer? Because as many of you already know, and if you don't, you will now, I'm a big Godzilla fan. So, I was looking forward to seeing this trailer. I wasn't a huge fan of the Godzilla 2014 movie. I mean, I liked the Godzilla moments, but the characters were dull and boring and uninteresting, and I just, there's a lot of issues I have. If you want to know my thoughts, watch the most recent Godzilla video that I uploaded just a couple of days ago, and I sort of go into more detail there. But that aside, I was looking forward to this one because we knew that there was going to be more monsters in it, more classic Godzilla monsters that we know and love. So I was looking forward to seeing how they were going to utilize those sort of classic monsters in a modern day, big time, multi-million-dollar Hollywood blockbuster, which we've never seen before. We're so used to seeing sort of, the practical effects of all the 60s and 70s Toho films. So I was really looking forward to seeing how they were going to do it. Obviously, it was going to look impressive, but I was curious to see how they were going to do it. The trailer is great. It's a great first trailer. There's no doubt that there's going to be another one as the weeks and months move ahead, where we will probably get more of the nitty-gritty of the narrative. Now, there was enough here from Farmiga, I think that's her last name, that actress there, the Conjuring actress. There was enough of her monologue, of her voiceover, that we get the basic idea of, okay, this is sort of the Coles Notes here in Canada. I don't know what it is in the US. But the basic Coles Notes version of what this movie is going to be about. So, and there's no doubt that when another trailer drops, and there will be, we will get more of that narrative. So that's fine. Visually, it looks great. I love the color temperature. I love the visual aesthetic of what I'm looking at. The music's a little cliche. That music is very well known, and it's been used in quite a few trailers in the past, but it definitely works here. It was a good creative choice to use that to create this sense of awe and wonder and majestic beauty. That these are godlike creatures that are scary, yes, but they are beautiful and majestic and, mythological and ethereal all at the same time. It's like these, like she said, the Titans, right? So, great choice. Now, there's no doubt there's going to be a lot of carnage and mayhem and destruction that we are seeing, right? But it's that, it's that classic beautiful destruction sort of vibe coming from the trailer, the irony of the music and the contrast of what we're seeing. That's a creative choice that's been done many times before, and when it's done well, it works. So I love all that. I love that Sally Hawkins is in this movie. I'm a big fan. I'm becoming a big fan of hers ever since I saw her in Blue Jasmine. My girlfriend and I love that movie, and she was great in that movie. And she was great in The Shape of Water, which was all shot right here in Toronto, by the way. So we're both becoming really big fans of hers. I think she's really solid, and she, to see her in this movie playing a doctor, that's going to be fun. It's going to be fun to see her. In terms of Millie Bobby Brown, a creative choice that I would have, look, there's no doubt that she is a talented young actress. But at this very moment in time, because she doesn't have a thick portfolio, she's only 14, for goodness sakes, she's known as 11 from Stranger Things. And in season 2 of Stranger Things, she had at least a similar hairstyle and cut that we see her in the opening shot of this Godzilla trailer. Now, I don't mean literally identical, but it's very similar. In season 2 of Stranger Things, she has, this shorter, curlier hair, and in the opening trailer of this Godzilla movie, it's a bit longer, yes, but it's got that wavy, curly vibe. Now, she probably naturally has wavier sort of hair rather than straight hair, but to distance herself further from her Stranger Things character, I probably would have made the creative choice to put a wig on her, because one of the things that I see people saying in the comments section of a lot of videos and online is it looks like a scene out of Stranger Things. And so it would. I mean, here you have Millie Bobby Brown, who is mostly identified with Stranger Things, looking very similar, not exactly, but she has, you know, wavy, curly-ish kind of hair that's certainly not long, standing on a rooftop in an environment that's very moody and atmospheric with this impending doom coming. Yes, it does look like it could be the teaser trailer for Stranger Things season 3. Like, I mean, that you would totally buy that. So for me to distance this character further away from that, I would have probably put a wig on her and have her hair actually straight and past her shoulders, so that when you look at her, you're not like, oh, that looks like, you know, 11 from Stranger Things. You're like, oh, that's Millie Bobby Brown. Oh, cool, 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 right? Because the character doesn't look so similar to maybe 11 a few months later with just a bit longer hair. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I would have done. At the end of the day, it's not a big deal. It's a nitpick. I understand that. I get that. But that's a choice that I probably would have made. But it all depends on what was written in the script and what the studio wants as well, and whether the, you know, the director cares. In the script, if it was written, you know, young girl, 14, shorter, wavier hair, well, then fine. That's what was written in, you know, in the script. That's what was called for. I just think it would have helped sort of me forget about Stranger Things and think about this character now. Because imagine at the beginning of the Godzilla trailer, if she had straight long hair to say here. You know, same look, same performance. She's very talented. But just, you know, she's a different character. Right now, it does look like 11 is standing on top of a building looking at Doomsday. Like it does, right? Because we're not that far removed from Stranger Things season 2. So that's just I mean, it's a minor nitpick. At the end of the day, you know, we have to see the whole movie, see how the character unfolds, see how her performance is, and see how emotionally attached we get to this particular character. So at the end of the day, it's not really a big deal, but it was something that I noticed because of how identified at this very moment she is with the role of 11. So I would have wanted to remove her as far as I could from that role. But again, at the same time, it may have been a conscious choice even from the studio saying, hey, she's hot right now. I mean, hot in terms of her performance is what I mean. Hot in terms of demand, because everyone knows her. You know, she's hot right now. So no, let's have her immediately recognizable, right? That could be a conscious creative choice as well. So, but for me, I wouldn't have done it. Artistically, I would have said, no, let's put a wig on her. Let's have her long hair. Because I would want this character to have its own identity, and you don't immediately think of 11. But that's me. Godzilla looked great. King Ghidorah or King Ghidorah looked great. Yeah, Mothra looked great when his, you know, wings went up like this. All the monsters looked great. And it looks to me that Rodan and Godzilla and Mothra will be teaming up. And King Ghidorah is going to be sort of the bad guy here. I think that's how they're setting it up. At least it should be. I mean, it would be very strange for Godzilla and King Ghidorah to team up. I mean, you know, King Ghidorah is one of Godzilla's arch nemesis, right? One of his classic nemesis from the old film. So obviously he's going to be probably the bad guy. And, you know, the three titans are going to be, you know, Mothra, Godzilla, and Rodan. So I thought they looked great. There wasn't a lot in terms of seeing the physical combat of the action with the monsters. We got a lot of, you know, smoke and explosions and fire and a lot of fast cuts. But again, it's a first trailer. They want to give you a sense of what to expect with the carnage, of what to expect with the visual aesthetic and the visual effects, what you can expect from this big eye candy, popcorn, blockbuster monster movie mayhem kind of thing. And yeah, I mean, that's what we would expect, right? I mean, from the opening shot with Millie Bobby Brown's character on the roof and seeing this, it's like, you know, 2012 meets The Day After Tomorrow meets Independence Day meets, you know what I mean? Like, we know that this is going to be a spectacle. And we saw glimpses of the monsters sort of in action, but not too much. And I like that. And I like the context of the, you know, against the backdrop of this piece of music, which again is that beautiful carnage. It's that these are, you know, and then of course the final shot of Godzilla there, you know, and that shot of him breathing the fire, the nuclear atomic breath into the sky was beautiful. And I'd love to have a poster of that. My girlfriend said that too. She said, wouldn't that make a great poster? And I was like, yeah, 100%. It's a beautiful shot. Beautiful. It looks beautiful. The movie looks beautiful. Doesn't mean the movie's going to be good. The movie could be one big pile of fucking shit. 100%. I don't want it to be, but it could be. But what I see, it looks good, which is half the battle. You know, no pun intended on battle, but that's half the battle when we're doing a monster movie of this caliber. It's got to look good. You know, it's got to look epic and grand and, you know, mystical and godlike. You know what I mean? And it does. So now I'm curious to know more about the story because, like I said, one of the things that I hated about Godzilla 2014 was I was not emotionally invested in any of the characters. I thought all the characters were weak. And your most interesting character, Bryan Cranston, spoiler alert, was killed in the first, 15, 20 minutes of the movie. So, and if you're going to show Godzilla sparingly throughout the film, you better hope that your characters are interesting enough to help, carry the rest of the movie when your main attraction is not on screen. And that just didn't work for me. So, I'm hoping that these characters, I have no evidence that they're going to, play the Jaws effect in this movie as well, in terms of keeping everybody at bay, all your main, antagonists and monsters at bay and dangling the carrot like they did in the first film. But I'm hoping that these characters are much more interesting and dynamic, and we can become emotionally attached to them more so than anything from the first film. Because the first film, I wasn't. I found it most of the time very boring and uninteresting. And that's not a personal attack against the character. That's more about the writing and direction. So, the actor who played him, the son of Bryan Cranston's character. So that's all I got to say about it. I'm liking what I'm seeing. It looks good. It looks grand and epic and godlike, which is what we want, right? So I'm excited to see more. I'm excited for the next trailer. It's definitely a great first trailer. Great first trailer. Really loved it. Comment below and let me know your thoughts. My name's Dave McRae. If you want to follow me on Facebook, you can at facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. McRae is MCRAE. Facebook.com/manythingsdavemcrae. That's where you can follow me in the meantime and in between time when I'm not posting here. That's where I tend to post. As well, if you want to help support the channel each and every month via Patreon, you can. That link is in the description as well. Feel free to check it out if you want. I'll be back soon with another video. You guys are awesome. Love Godzilla's roar, man. It's great shit. Talk to you guys soon. Cheers.